Hi everyone, it's Anne with Art on the Creek. Thanks for joining me today. Again, we are in my home studio in Parker, Colorado. And if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. I'm happy you're here. Every weekend I like to do a review, and that is what's happening today. And I gotta tell you, I have had this product sitting in my to-do pile for far too long because I didn't think I would like it. I mean, it's a professional product, so I'm pretty sure the name brand, I was fine. I knew it was gonna be good. But it's the colors. These are not my colors. But let me tell you, the Holbein set of 12 pastels, I was very impressed. And I think you will be too. So if you're not a pastel fan, these might convert you. Are you ready? Let's go find out. Holbein Artist Watercolors. Okay, this particular set is one of those things that I've had in my Amazon cart, and then I took it out, and then I put it back in, and I took it out. And I finally decided to go ahead and go for it because I've seen some beautiful paintings with pastels, and my knee-jerk reaction to pastels is, ugh. All I can think of is macaroons, or macron, and I love them. I love macaroons. But don't like painting them all the time. And I'm thinking, what am I going to use these colors for? Well, you know what? First of all, let's just talk about Holbein. They're an excellent, excellent company. Holbein Artist Watercolors are produced using a simple combination of the finest pigments and gum arabic available. They contain no synthetic polymers and only use small amounts of surfactants, allowing the artist more control over the dispersal of their watercolors while maintaining color integrity, intensity, and the highest permanency ratings. And that's really good for me, which is why I like Holbein, because the core watercolors, QOR, they have a huge amount of flow to them, and they're not my favorite. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in here. This is a palette. I'll link to everything in the description. This is an empty palette that I bought that has full pans. You can also get these in half pans, and I really like them because they have painted scenes on them, or you can just get patterns. But they come with all these little magnetic things on the bottom, so you just put the little pans in like so, and everything just works so great, and they stay put. So I'm going to fast forward through this little boring section here, but I want to tell you something. I want to tell you guys about memberships that are available to my channel if you have not heard of them yet. First of all, I want to thank my Pikes Peak member, Anita. She was generous enough to decide to join at the Pikes Peak level, and I'm very, very grateful to her for that. So I do have 3 levels of memberships available. The first one is the Buffalo level, the second one is Red Rocks, and the third one is Pikes Peak. So they're all at different prices, and everything that you spend on your membership will go directly back into Art on the Creek so that I can do things like purchase products like this Holbein set here and review them for you. Everything that I do in my reviews is purchased with my own money, and if it's not, I will definitely say so because I would be in a collaboration with that company. I'm not working with Holbein in any way. This is just something that I decided to do with my own money that I wanted to share with you. So as a member, one of the things that you will get, and in fact this video is one of them, it was already released to my members and they've already seen it. So right now it's airing for you at the end of August, but the day I'm filming it is about 10 days prior, and it's going to be available to all of my members as soon as I'm finished editing it here too. So that's something else that you can get at one of the membership levels. So the Buffalo level is $2.99 a month, Red Rocks level $4.99, and the Pikes Peak level $9.99. And it is cumulative, so if you join at a higher level, then you will get all of the benefits in the previous level. I won't go into those in detail too much more right now. I'll just let you click on the link in the description below, and then you can decide which one is right for you. If you're not ready to join, I totally understand that. Any kind of like, comment, subscribe, or sharing these videos always does help my channel. And as you probably can guess, this does take quite a bit of time and energy to put all of this together, and it is my passion, and I'm so grateful to continue doing that. But for now, let's continue to talk about this Holbein set here. I'm going to go ahead and swatch these out, and in the meantime I'm going to fill my pans, so some of this will still be sped up. But what I can talk to you now is about the pigmentation. So let me read everything off to you. This will just be left to right as it's shown in the box set there. Brilliant Pink, PR209, PW6. Shell Pink, PO73, PW6. Naples Yellow, PY35, PY42, and a PW6. Jaune Brillant, PO20, PY35, PW6. Leaf Green, PY54, PG7. Composed Green, PY3, PG7, and PW6. Emerald Green Nova, PY3, PG7, PW6. Compose Blue, PB15, PW6. Horizon Blue, PB15, PG7, and PW6. Verditor Blue, which is one of my favorite colors in this set, PB28, PW6. Lavender, also one of my favorites, PB15 and a PV15, sorry, and a PB29. Lilac, also a favorite, PR122, PV23, and PW6. Now, of these, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them that have 2 stars light fastness, and the remaining 3 have 3 stars. So that is a direct correlation with the pigments used. Holbein uses the highest quality ingredients, and I've never had any trouble. I mean, look at the way these pans fill. It's just delightful. Okay, we're gonna, I'll stop this now, and then we'll take a look at the swatching. I'll speed it back up again here when we start the swatching, but look how cute they are. They look like little candies. Don't they look like a bunch of starbursts? Okay, so see, now I'm starting to love pastels. So I don't know, guys, I'm hopeless. That's all I can say. I am hopeless. The paper that I'm going to use today is by Meeden. It's their 100% cotton watercolor paper. I'm really enjoying this paper. I do have a coupon that I can put in the description for you in case you're interested in shopping through Meeden. I'll give a link to that one, and then you can apply the coupon, and that one there is an affiliate link as well. So you'll be able to go right to the Meeden store through that link and then apply the coupon on your purchase, and you will be able to save some money on some really excellent affordable watercolor paper. Now I am swatching these out straight from the pan. Look, I'm using a ruler. Are you proud of me? You should be proud of me. I've decided that I owe that to you guys. And I'm sorry for all of the messy swatch charts that I've done before. I was using a really nice pen that I love, but I decided to move to a Sharpie because this paper has a little bit of tooth to it. So I didn't want to ruin my pen. I've got a little blob of Sharpie up there on the right so you can see how opaque things are, and right away that top right, the Composed Green, is very opaque, and it is listed as an opaque watercolor. Of course, it's not going to be as opaque as gouache ever. The other one that's listed as fully opaque is the Horizon Blue, and that one is the third from the left on the bottom. And it's not as opaque as the other one, but you know, these are right out of the tube, so that could be user error. I could be having a little bit more paint that's not quite as dissolved on that Composed Green. But I wanted to slow it down there for the lavender and the lilac so that you can see how beautiful these are. Those last 3, I mean, okay, I do have to say, hydrangeas are one of my favorite flowers. And these 3 colors are the colors of hydrangeas when they're in bloom, and I can't grow them here in Colorado. Some people can, but I'm not one of those people. So I just don't have a good thumb for that. But I think we should paint a hydrangea today. So let's try that and see how these paints work in a real loose hydrangea painting. The brush I'm using here is by Trekell. I love this brush. I do not have an affiliate link to this one, but I highly recommend getting this brush. Trekell is not paying me to say that either. I just happened to get one of these on my own last year. I got a couple of them and I really like them. It's a tapered round. This is a particular one, number 6. It's their Protege 7500 round. It's their synthetic Kolinsky series. I love this brush. Oh my gosh, it's really nice for detail. It's got a beautiful point on it. And for me, it holds just the right amount of water. And look how easy it is to make these hydrangea petals. You just need to go with little swoops, kind of sideways. And what you're doing is you're going diagonal to try and make that point there of the square be the center of the flower. So sometimes I get it right, sometimes I don't, but you kind of over focus on these things and it ends up being a little bit of a mind puzzle. But I will tell you something. On these paints, okay, I'm using them straight out of the tube, so they're very easy to water down. I don't have to worry about re-wetting them. And I will tell you that I've had plenty of Holbein sets in the past, and I'm not assuming these are going to be any different because they re-wet very easily. Even though I'm in a dry climate, they don't have honey in them. I've never had any trouble re-wetting them. So let me speed this up so that you can see how beautifully these mix and blend on this paper, because I think that is really one of the neatest things about these paints. I have Holbein gouache and I really love them. In my search for gouache, they just landed exactly with everything that I wanted to happen with gouache, which was to be really pretty opaque, yet easy to water down and use like watercolor, and that's what their gouache is like. These have a perfect amount of flow, a perfect amount of opacity for me. You know, they're going to be a little bit more opaque because they've got that PW6 in it, in all of them really, but I don't dislike that. I mean, I felt like you could mix these with regular watercolor. I could go in with yet another layer on top of this if I had gotten out another set. I wanted to just use these though for this particular painting today because I just wanted to feature these particular 12 watercolors. But can you imagine if I had gone in with some Daniel Smith Moonglow or even some indigo, some straight ultramarine, any brands at all. I have a Winsor Newton has a beautiful blue that I'm madly in love with. It's the smalt blue. I mean, any of those going in over this, you know, mingled in and about with these pastels would be so beautiful, and I could create so much more depth and dimension. I mean, this is just with the one set here, so just imagine I could have gotten a whole lot more depth in these hydrangeas if I had gone in with mixing them with watercolors as well, or even gouache. So I'm just kind of trying to play with the greens here to see what kind of mixes I can get. And that's something that I think that I would say about this set is I would encourage you to play with it a little bit and see what mixes you can get, because I couldn't really do what I wanted to do with the greens, but I did find a workaround, and that was to add some blues and purples in these leaves. And I love the way it came out. I just think it just really helped bring everything together cohesively. This is just a simple little painting. You know, there's nothing fancy about it at all, but that's part of the beauty of it. You know, you don't have to make anything fancy to make it really enjoyable. And that's certainly what this was for me, was pure joy. And I feel like for my goal in art is to have fun, and I would hope that that's your goal as well. You know, and if you're looking for something to do to have fun, to enjoy, I think these Holbein set of 12 pastel watercolors would really be a beautiful addition to any artist studio, no matter where you are in your artistic journey. I think that you could really add so much to your paintings with these pastels. I mean, just look at that leaf. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that background I got with that purple in there on the leaf. I just think that is so gorgeous. It looks like batik fabric. It is just so beautiful. And of course, remember, this is on 100% cotton paper. I love how the blue intensified the shadows on the leaves. I just really am head over heels in love with this set, and I can't wait to use it on something like sunsets, even landscapes. I think it would just make a beautiful landscape painting if you mixed it with other watercolors, and that's certainly something that is very simple to do. You guys, thank you so much for watching this review. I hope it answered any questions you might have had about the Holbein set of 12 pastels in watercolor. And if you are still curious about something, please leave me a note in the comments and I will be sure to answer your questions right away. Let me know if there's anything else in particular that you would like for me to review, and I'll be happy to get on that. I'm just so happy with this set though. Look at these colors. I love how they blended and mixed and melded all together. I just think that this could be a beautiful painting, and I'm so excited to go in and try again and do some more with mixing it with some regular watercolors. And gosh, I don't know, maybe I'll paint something for fall with these pastels. That'd be a big challenge, wouldn't it, to try and come up with a fall painting using pastels. I hope you guys are all having a great week and enjoying being creative. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye now.